Okay, so the third part of the presentation is now looking a little closer at how the lifestyles of Filipinos are. So let's start with social media and messaging. So the population of the Philippines as of 2015 is 100.1 plus million, because this is not an exact number. The number of internet users is 44.2 million, so that makes it 44.2% in terms of penetration against the total population. And among the 44.2 internet users, 42 million are social media users. So in terms of daily internet usage, the global average is actually 4.4 hours. But an average Filipino would stay online for 6.3 hours a day. So that's already 6 out of 8 hours of work that you could be doing work, but they're actually on social media. Or doing work on the internet, either. So internet is provided by 4 main companies. So the first one is Globe, Smart, PLDT, and Sky Cable. So these are very, very huge competitors. But the number one company in terms of internet providing is Globe, with 56% of the market share. That's more than half of the market. So internet companies provide yearly, monthly, hourly, and even daily rates. So unlike, I think here in Japan, you're supposed to sign up for 2-year contracts. 1 to 2 year contracts. But in the Philippines, you can get a SIM card on the spot and get connected on the spot for just an hour or two. You can do that. So, yes. Next. So this is an example of how we do our data plans for our cell phones. So you can do like a mix and match style depending on what your lifestyle is. So if I'm interested in music, I can get a plan that gives me Spotify, an app, a free app that gives me free music streaming. Or if I like to chat, they're going to give it to me for free. They can give me Facebook, Twitter, or Viber, or all of the other chat apps on there. So you have a base plan for your local calls and your messages, and then your internet, and then also your free monthly app use. And if you want international calls, you can bundle it according to your interests and your budget. So next, majority of Filipinos are still not able to afford smartphones. So the iPhones, Apple, Samsung, they're still a little bit expensive for us. But this problem is solved by local manufacturers. We've already released many different smartphones that have the same functions as your iPhone and your Samsung phones for 2,999. So that's around 7,000 yen for a good smartphone. 7,000. So yes, nana singing. Right. So there, everyone can be connected because of cheap cell phones and also cheap data plans. Alright, so what is the most popular messaging application in the Philippines? For Japan, it's Line. Am I right? It's Line. What about for Australia?
WhatsApp.
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 WhatsApp also. So in the Philippines, it's Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger's penetration rate is approximately 43% against the whole population, which makes 100% of the social media users in the Philippines also users of Facebook Messenger. So this is very interesting. The reason for it is because here. So even if there is a second place in terms of messaging apps, which is Viber. Here, the pink one is Viber. It's still very, very far in terms of the usage of Facebook Messenger. You can see that it's very different. But why is this the case? Again, because telecommunications companies offer free Facebook for your data plans. So why should I use another application when I can use Facebook Messenger for free in the Philippines? So there. The market share of Facebook Messenger is 82%. So what we do on Facebook Messenger, guys? What do we do on Facebook Messenger? For Isaac, Chinatsu, Facebook Messenger. How do we use? With me. Yes. So we do private chats and
No, private
line. But for in the Philippines, Facebook Messenger is used really for private chatting, individuals, or group chat, voice calls, and also video calls, kind of like Skype. So it's very convenient. Recently in the US, they released a new feature for Facebook Messenger, which is sending money over Facebook Messenger. So that's very interesting. Maybe in the future it's going to come in the Philippines and it can come in handy. And then next one is Viber. It's very similar to Line. It's very similar. You can do free calls, you can do free messages, you can do video calls, and you can share photos as well. But why is it the famous one in the Philippines? Do you have an idea? Alright, so because aside from Facebook, it was the first one who came into the country. So it had an advantage in terms of holding the market because it was the first one who came. And it spent a lot of money in terms of advertising. What they did was to rent out advertising spaces in one of the biggest party islands in the Philippines. So this map is actually the map of an island called Boracay. Boracay is where people party in the summer. So when they brought Viber to the Philippines, what they did was to offer free items, free use of Viber inside the islands. So while they were partying, they could share their experiences with other people while they were there. So it was very smart. But still, Facebook Messenger is number one.